My friends, as I reflect on 2024, with all the wins, the pivots, and especially the 303 deep conversations I had with senior professionals this year who were looking to break free from corporate constraints, some very clear patterns have emerged. So we stepped back, we looked at all those patterns, those trends, and I'm excited to share those with you today so you can take these lessons learned and apply them going forward so that you can uncage yourself, graduate from corporate life in a hurry. Let's dive in. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. Whether you're planning your corporate graduation, you're designing a new business, or you're already knee-deep in your entrepreneurial journey, I've got 15 lessons for you today that represent the crucial mindset shifts and the strategic moves you need to make to separate yourself from those who want to break free to those that actually do. So let's dive in. Top lessons learned. Number 1, honor your core foundation. Straight up, health and family matter most. Your body's always keeping the score. It will tell you when you're not doing the right things. Bad things transpire mentally and physically if you don't pay attention to that. And as far as family, they don't want your quality time leftovers. Speaking from experience, you need to start building your exit out of corporate life around what matters most. Center on them. Center on your health, mental and physical, not on what impresses other people. You've got to start taking your inner world seriously because when that thrives, your outer world follows. We can't treat health and family as things to maintain or get to later. We need to make decisions from wholeness, not desperation. We get to this now. It is the most important thing you will ever have in your life. Number 2, live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Listen carefully. Your outer world rearranges to match your inner knowing. Stop this idea of working towards freedom as though it's in the future and you're just chasing that dangling carrot. No, you've got to claim freedom and consciousness first. You claim it, you own it, you embody it. The gap between where you are and where you're going only exists in thought. Think about that. Your reality results from previous thoughts, right? You can argue that everything that you've thought in life has transpired to the reality you've created right now. All your previous thoughts culminated to what you have now. So let's install some better thoughts. Claim that state of living in the wish fulfilled. Release the anxiety of getting there, which is always a moving target, because you're already there in consciousness. I learned this from one of the masters, Neville Goddard, where your current reality, is only old thoughts manifested. So live from your chosen future. Live in the state as though your dream were already real. If you were to embody that, think that, feel that, imagine how you would experience every day, every conversation you would have. The BS you would decline in your life because you know it doesn't serve you, because you're already there and in your mind and in your heart, okay? Number 3, master personal energy management. Your energy, not your time, determines your transformation speed. What good is time if you've got no energy, right? Stop letting external demands sabotage your best creative hours in the work that means the most to you, whether that's your health, your relationships, building a new professional chapter, a new business. Build your future with intention, not leftovers. Your most valuable asset isn't your time. It's your focused energy and your clarity of mind. So you need to design your days, your weeks around how your energy flows. Are you a morning person? Are you a night owl? Do you get a surge at 1 p.m.? How can you design even your corporate life so that it takes advantage of your best creative energy and you're directing that energy towards what matters most to you? Take this seriously. Number 4, understand true opportunity costs. Corporate ladders come with hidden price tags. Decades of your life, family time, energy depletion, and control of your days just gone when you're giving everything of yourself to climbing that ladder. We need to stop measuring success by salary alone and external achievements in other people's systems. Because your happiness, family experiences, and life control, they all compound faster than entrepreneurship. The real cost isn't leaving. It's staying too long in systems that drain your life and cap your potential. We need to understand opportunity costs of staying too long or going too hard in any one area, knowing it's taking away from all these other aspects of life that you say matter the most to you. So live by that. Number 5, break rules that don't serve you. Straight up. Default behavior creates default results. If you're looking like the crowd, you're showing up like them, you're going to get the same outcomes they do. So you've got to challenge norms that keep you small. Walk away from the crowd when you see them all going towards the same carrot. That's how you find your elevation, your space. Your breakthrough requires that you break free from conventional wisdom. You can't play by the rules forever, because they're designed to maintain mediocrity, a standard, an average. So you've got to create your own playbook for extraordinary results. I always say, learn to play the game by the established rules long enough so that you can escape the game. You play it, whether it's through college, grad school, earlier in your career, so that you earn enough momentum and foundation and money and relationships so that you can break free and create your own rules. Ask yourself, are you at that point right now? Are you at a good enough stage to start breaking the rules because they don't serve you? Number 6, a lot of people don't want to hear this one, but I'm going to say it. Maximize active income on your terms. Stop chasing the passive income fantasy that keeps you stuck for decades. Most of those passive income strategies demand massive upfront capital or years of grinding on projects you can't stand. But you do it because it's logical and it's what wealth builders do. But if it's draining you, even more than the corporate stuff that's draining you, now you're drained out twice. You're in a state of double burnout, and everything and everyone in your life is impacted negatively by that, including the one standing in the mirror. So the alternative is to create your own economy by designing a high value income stream that you actually enjoy, something that lights you up. I want you to think about packaging your expertise, or your genius as I call it, so that you command premium rates now to attract people you're meant to serve. Then start building leveraged income around your strengths. Package it, charge a premium price to people who would just be lining up at the door to work with you. And I guarantee you there are many hundreds, if not thousands of people that would love that. You just haven't gone on a journey to explore all of that. Hey, are you ready to finally graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom? Check out corporategraduation.com for my insider guide on smartly ramping down corporate and building a unique online business, all while creating a thriving family life. It's a short training video that could forever change how you experience work and life. Head to corporategraduation.com or see the link in the show notes. Now, back to the show. That's what we do on Uncaged Life Design, and I'll tell you, the outcomes we get to are pretty astounding. Your immediate earning power, when you properly deploy it, becomes the engine that funds everything else you want financially and all the freedom you want in your life. No rich person ever had low active income. It's the fuel, the engine that you can pump into your multifamily syndications, your Airbnbs, your gym franchises, whatever. But do that as a starting point. Maximize active income. This is how you market proof yourself. You're no longer dependent on external things going right, like real estate. Right now, I'm talking in 2024, and real estate sucks for the most part. And if you've got all your money and your future tied up in that, you're waiting. You're not in control. And that's a damn shame, because you have a lot of agency you're not claiming for yourself. So stop waiting for some other distant passive future to take place. Start with high-end active income that you love, that lights you up, and others feel that in this world, because great energy transfer between you and someone who's meant to receive it is the source of a great business. I unpack that in lots of other episodes, but you get the gist. Number 7, create your own category. Stop competing in crowded spaces. I want you to instead create your own category that doesn't exist in this world. It's like creating a new future for a group of people that never knew they needed it, but when they see it, they're like, oh my God, that is the outcome I need in my life. And you're the one talking about it, championing it, you're framing, you're naming, you're claiming it with your language. And you start to package your wisdom in this way that makes competition irrelevant because you've created your own category. You're not competing with others in a business sense. This is how you build a future and a business path that actually is rewarding in every way, financially, purpose, freedom, and it really lights you up. That's what you want. Number 8, practical reminder. Take messy action now. Stop waiting for perfect conditions that never arrive. Start building from exactly where you are, because imperfect action beats perfect planning every time. The compound effect of daily messy action, that progress will transform your reality much faster than you'll ever imagine. Your future self will thank you for starting today, not someday. Number 9, normalize entrepreneurial collisions. Think of it like this. You want to break down the barrier of fear through constant conversation and action. If you've never started anything of your own, conversations, relevant ones, is what gets you the traction you need. Whether you're testing ideas, getting feedback, you're making scrappy offers to people, learning sales on the fly, you're celebrating your first entrepreneurial dollars. Every conversation is market research. Every interaction is this chance to refine your vision, clarify where you're going. Your breakthrough lives on the other side of all these collisions, but you've got to create them. You've got to make sure you're colliding with people that are the right types of folks that can help you, that you can maybe work with. That's what you need in your life week after week. Number 10, cultivate network effects. Your years of building relationships are your hidden advantage. I want you to position yourself where one connection creates 10 opportunities. Get a 10x effect in that you're building relationships and putting yourself in situations that unlock those effects for yourself. Build systems that multiply your impact while you focus on what matters most. You want to think about how can one small unit of effort create a 10x outcome, because your network amplifies what you serve it with intention. And you need to start thinking about becoming the node that connects value to opportunity. When you can inject value to a specific audience, a situation, you're guesting on a podcast, you're creating thoughtful social media content, you're building a relationship with someone who can introduce you to people that you know you need to meet. Be that person. Go create network effects. They spread like wildfire. You need this especially in breaking free of corporate life and building an entrepreneurial future. Number 11, amplify strategic visibility. This means you want to be building authority that works while you sleep. Doesn't work in corporate world where you have to show up meeting after meeting, always positioning yourself with this person and that person. It's exhausting. And once you're not there, people stop thinking of you, and then your presence, your reputation kind of fades away. Instead, in entrepreneurship, you want to convert your knowledge into assets that compound, because your wisdom, when properly leveraged, becomes your greatest multiplier. I want you to make your expertise visible where your ideal clients already gather. Maybe that's in some social media spot, certain newsletters, podcast feeds. Maybe you're showing up on a YouTube element, a channel that's going to be relevant to the right people out there. Think about getting in places where your ideal people already gather. Maybe it's through a traditional publication even. A great example to do this very well, and I recommend for everyone, is to turn your LinkedIn profile into a 24/7 value-creating sales page. It's not about your history. It's not a glorified resume, but it's literally engineered with all the language to say, I help this person in this world, and you show it off. You share that value, and it actually welcomes people to take a next step with you, where you turn your profile into a sales page, which has a next step action on how they get involved with you, your sales process, an asset that could bring value into their life. You need to start thinking about getting strategic visibility, and it's always working, even when you're not there selling yourself. Okay. Number 12, do less, but better. Oh, this is something I'm taking to heart this upcoming year. We need to kill the habit of doing everything and focus only on what moves the needle towards your vision. There's a great book by Gary Keller called The One Thing. I read it every year because it's this great focuser of being able to master the art of saying no to good so that you can say yes to great. In this one thing mentality, one business, one offer, one audience, one set of outcomes, one marketing channel, like all this one thing mentality is so key, because when you get that concentrated focus is where you start to get traction and you learn how to do it well, whether it's your positioning, your marketing, sales, delivery, taking control of corporate life on a day-to-day basis. Whatever the one thing is, whatever the primary outcome you need in your life, do less but better. Stop trying to spread yourself thin. Don't allow that fragmented life to take place when you've got 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there, and you're a stressed out mess. You're better than that. You need to take control of it. If you need help in the corporate sense, head on over to corporateautopilot.com. We'll take care of you there. Number 13, design life intentionally. Stop accepting default paths. They served you well to date, but you've got to let go of them, because as we talked about, default approaches create default results. You know what it looks like if you continue on this path. Look up at the people several years ahead. Do you want their life? I'm saying everything about their life. Do you want their life? I didn't. I saw divorces. I saw stress. I saw cancer. I saw people who didn't know their kids. I could not handle that. Maybe you can't either. Talk about fuel for a new life. You need to design intentionally. I want you to start designing for your freedom first, whatever freedom means to you, whatever you value greatest in your life, and then start to architect, dream what your career and your business can look like to match this. Because when you put your designed life within the box and you work your way outward, that's your core. And you start to make careful decisions about what you will and won't do. But if you're living outside the box first and you're just dealing with external realities, a crazy job, nonsense relationships that you shouldn't have in your life, overcommitted in too many areas, that's living outside of your designed life. You're letting life happen to you. Instead, we want to design life intentionally, live inside out. Number 14, practice strategic ignorance. Let's be real. Your attention is under assault. We need to protect it fiercely. Learn to filter out the noise that keeps you locked into old patterns. Create space for doing deep work despite the chaos that's happening around you with all your friends and colleagues. Because your focus determines your future. You need to guard it accordingly. Everything from how you use tech in your life, to cultivating mindfulness practices, to being alone with yourself and your thoughts, or only the careful few people in your life, like really well-chosen mentors, coaches, peers, friends that are going to add substantive value to your life. Be very thoughtful. And that gets us to our 15th and final point. Immerse with your tribe. Find your scene. That's the idea. The DIY path, the do-it-yourself path, is a costly illusion. If you're trying to get to new states of freedom, like we always talk about in this show, where you are trying to unlock financial freedom, health, purpose, relationships, the ability to just call your shots. That is a monstrous, often overwhelming thought for many people. But I'll tell you, you're not going to do it alone. You have to be around the right people that are going to make sure you're doing it. Because if you're just trying to save your money and figure it all out your own, you're going to waste your most precious asset. You're going to burn it to the ground, and that's time. Time is always ticking. You know this, but I'm going to say it again. So we need to immerse ourselves in environments where energy and momentum pull us forward. So think about in the new year, joining 1 or 2 focus communities or coaching programs that force you to do the hard work you'd otherwise avoid. And make sure those programs, those environments aren't just general feel-good places where we're working on mindset and this and that. That's all well and good, but I want you to work towards specific outcomes that you need most in your life. For example, in Uncaged Life Design, our program, we create space from a corporate job. We turn it into a tool. Secondly, we activate your future self so you've got an entrepreneurial identity who makes hard decisions. And number three, we build an online genius business where you create something you love with scale and you reward yourself and your family for years and years to come. Effectively, you can then leave corporate life. Those are the sorts of outcomes, whatever you need in your life right now, that I want you to lock on to. And then you go out and you play full out with these people. You invest so that you have skin in the game, because where money goes, attention flows. You know this. Your blind spots will stay blind until others around you illuminate them. Your breakthrough speed multiplies when you're surrounded by those who are living your dream or who are well on their path to that dream. The right tribe challenges your limits. It holds you accountable. So stop being penny wise, but time foolish. Start investing in yourself, in environments that transform you at exponential speed, at outcomes that you truly need in your life. Because your future reflects who you spend time with. So choose wisely, invest wisely. So if this is resonating with you, and you know that corporate graduation and getting to this uncaged state is so important for you, check out corporategraduation.com. and book a dream scan call with us. Get this journey started. We'll unpack really what's possible for you. We'll cut to the core of which lessons here you really should be applying right now so that you've got focused movement going forward. But those who take these sorts of lessons seriously are the ones who are going to get the fast traction. And the others are going to be stuck on the starting line, wishing, dreaming, but never really getting anywhere. So take it to heart, because these aren't just ideas. They're battle-tested realizations I'm seeing live with my clients, dozens and dozens at any given time, especially over this past year. Those that have graduated into their next phase, and those that are still in the trenches, battling it out. These are the trends we're seeing really working well, very important today. And know that your freedom isn't just about escaping something old. It's about creating something new. The past doesn't interest me so much. It's your future that does. The world needs what only you can build. So make this next year, 2025, the year you stop waiting and start creating. Your future self and everyone you come in contact with will thank you for it, starting right now. Here's to your breakthrough year ahead, my friends. We will chat soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out MatthewDoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.